As our children. Tonight, we are proud to recognize Dr. Jamie Johnson as this year's Principal of the Year Award.
All you do is pull straight up. There you go.
Thank you. Welcome everyone. It is my honor to be here. Buncombe County Schools Foundation is near and dear to my heart. Many years ago, I was a recipient of a Buncombe County Schools Foundation scholarship going into college, and that was a great jump off to my career and passion for education, so I really appreciate that. So paying it forward, I have spent many years in Buncombe County Schools and working with students and adults and educators and community members. And as two of my older children have graduated in the last few years, they have also been supported by the Buncombe County Schools Foundation. So thank you, Christy. Thank you, Buncombe County Schools Foundation, for making that happen. I would like to also thank our elected officials, our community members, our Board of Education, Dr. Jackson, and our fellow educators. It takes a village. It takes us all to do what we do, and we certainly couldn't do it without your support. I would also like to thank my fellow principals. And I know you reluctantly stood once, so now I'm going to ask you again. If you are a principal in Buncombe County Schools, please stand. Thank you. It is my distinct honor and privilege to represent this amazing group of educators. The single most highlight of my career was being named Principal of the Year. And that is because the people whose faces you just saw, and those who are not here tonight because they are at athletic events or arts programs or helping students without rides, all the things, they are amazing. Being a principal is tough. Our days begin early and they end late. And there is so much in between. And all of it is amazing. It is such a rewarding job. Each and every day is different, and each and every day is awesome. I love it. And the principals in Buncombe County Schools are absolutely second to none. Ask me about any single one of them, and I hope you have some time because I'm going to tell you how awesome they are. I have been honored to represent our group of principals and Buncombe County Schools for the last year. It is a privilege for me because I am a product of Buncombe County Schools. My children have graduated from Buncombe County Schools, and I'm crazy enough to have round two of children who are now in kindergarten and first grade of Buncombe County Schools. And I say with confidence that Buncombe County is the very best. Our students are better because of the relationships built. They are better because of the connections made. They are better because of the extracurricular opportunities we provide, and they are better because of the fantastic education that we give them each and every day. And that is made possible by everyone here. So I just want to say thank you.
You know, a day in a life of a counselor is never boring. A school counselor may begin the morning with a student in crisis, inform parents about the student, take time to work on scholarships, registration, student visits, help with their needs, and everything else you could think of that would fall onto their plates. These dedicated individuals are educational warriors. And we are so blessed to really have the best counselors and social workers in the world here in Buncombe County. Please, if you are a counselor or a social worker, we would like you to stand now and be recognized. Are some of you standing in the back there? You can wave your hands. Your work is vital. It's vital to our students, our families, our schools, and our community's success. And we want to thank you for your work. And we do have a gift for you as well. So please do not leave without stopping back there afterward and getting the special gift we have for you. Well, the BCS Foundation grants are a program that we are so proud of. Candy Sellers and Debbie Bryant. We've seen Debbie wave her hand. Where's Candy? I saw her earlier. Is she around? She's back that way. Well, those two have been our committee chairs for the grants, and they are amazing. We want to thank them for all the work they did this year. And whether it was a grant related to the arts or physical education, the schools, the central office, our grant winners, they did an outstanding job of articulating how their students would learn and grow. This year, we awarded $40,000 in grants to 75 educators. So let's recognize our grant winners. We have 60 of them, and many are with us here today. And so this is going to be a long list. That's 60, 60. And so I'm going to ask you to stand up, and then once we're all done, we'll give them a round of applause, if that's okay with you all. So here we go. And I'm going to have a cheater line so I don't miss anybody. All right. By the way, you have a photo op afterwards as well. Abigail Lunsford, Enka High School. Alicia Payne Eddington, Sandhill Venable. Amy Brown, Bell Elementary. Amy Chambers, Glen Arden Elementary. Angela Bartlett, Sandhill Venable. Erin Kyer, Johnston Elementary. Ashley Stiles, Black Mountain Primary. Brandon Rice, North Buncombe Middle. Brittany Whitson, North Buncombe Elementary. Carol O'Connell, BCS Beginning Teacher Program Director. Carrie Pratt, Irwin Middle School. Chris Lavignette, Irwin Middle School. Claire Shippey, Nesbitt Discovery Academy. Courtney Haynes, Glen Arden Elementary. Cynthia Ellis, Special Services. Elsa Iglesias, Special Services. Emily Turknet, Hominy Valley Elementary. I hope I get this right. Is it Jillian Tart Snyder, AC Reynolds Middle School? Heather Felder, Special Services. Holly McCurry, Kuntz Intermediate. Jamila McCarty, Pisgah Elementary. Jennifer Corbett, AC Reynolds Middle School. Joshua C. Frisbee, Johnston Elementary. Katie Ellis, Johnston Elementary. Katie Straub, TCR Progressive Education Program. Kelly Holland, Progress Education Program. Kim Mays, Johnston Elementary. Leanne Smith, Glen Arden Elementary. Linda Moore, Evelyn Intermediate. Marcia Tucci, Black Mountain Primary. Megan Sanders, TC Robertson. Melissa Murphy, Oakley Elementary. Nick Perigine, BCS Virtual Academy High School Science. Nicole Aun, North Buncombe Elementary. Nicole Washburn, Nesbitt Discovery Academy. Olga Luchiniana, and I hope I said that right. Bella Elementary. Randy Baldwin, TC Robertson. Rebecca Payne, Oakley Elementary. Russell Thompson, North Windy Ridge. Sarah Vaughn Williamson, Oakley Elementary. Stacy Kite or Keach, North Windy Ridge. Stephanie Hill, Curriculum Math Department. Stephanie Boyd, Hominy Valley Elementary. Susan Ryan, Glen Arden Elementary. Whitney Craig, Weaverville Primary School. Juliana Berea, W.D. Williams Elementary. And that's the list. Look at this. We're going on. So blessed to have a teacher who has been with our system for 47 years. Yes, right? This is Shirley Young from Emma Elementary School. Oh, don't even bother sitting down. Because we recognized you a little bit, but we have a little more to say to you as well. We want you to come forward, please, and let us know, because since you've been doing this so long, and they know how well you're doing it, we're going to have you share a little bit of your insight, if you don't mind. There you go, Shirley. I'm going to revert back to my previous slide here. Mrs. Young, I don't have any TV cameras with me right now, but I'm going to ask you a question, and if you wouldn't mind sharing the answer for all of us here. What are your keys to success?
The love of children. was a girl, I used to play school all the time, and with my dolls. But I can remember my 4th grade teacher. Her name was Mrs. Louise White. She was also my Girl Scout teacher, my Brownie teacher. And every year that I would start college, she would call me. She says, I'm keeping up with you to see what you're doing. She was 98 years old, and she hadn't stopped calling me then. And she just always told me, she said, I'm going to keep encouraging you, because when you were in my class, you always showed an example that someday you would teach. And that's what I'm doing. I do it because I love it. And a lot of people still ask me, Shirley, when will you retire? I say, well, it's 1 year at a time now. And I guess my daddy put good work ethics in me, and I enjoy the children. You know, education has changed a lot from the time that I started, but there's still a love for the children, and the children need somebody to still love them. And I have a special love for Elmer Elementary School. I've had opportunities to transfer to other schools, but it's just something about the love of those children at Elmer. They want you to love them, they care about you, and a day never passes that they don't give you a hug and say, I love you. And that makes a day worthwhile. And so as long as I feel that I'm productive and making a difference in their lives, I will probably teach another year or so. And I will always feel honored to be hired in Buncombe County Schools. Thank you.
I forgot to bring my tissues. That was incredible. Thank you so much. Well, now we have a little bit of time cut out to recognize a very special group of the BCS Foundation supporters. And I want to invite my fellow board member, Bob. He's already jumping to his feet. He knows I'm calling on him. Bob Roberts, he is our development chair, and he's going to come up and help us out with this presentation and some great information. This is a near and dear project to your heart, isn't it?
It is. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you. It's a great honor to be with so many great educators here tonight and supporters. Isn't this a lovely venue? You know, we don't use this enough in Western North Carolina. This residence is great. So I too am a product of public schools. My wife, my 3 kids, and I am a believer that public education is the cornerstone of our nation, of our great nation. Public education touches everyone and every community across the U.S. It teaches more than just the current subject matter or lesson plan. It teaches life lessons. Public education is economic development. We have kids looking to get jobs, to grow. But perhaps most of all, public education is great educators who are heroes, like Miss Shirley, to students who are looking for somebody to look up to. And that's why I give to the Learning Society. So last year, the Learning Society, we formed it by basically getting on the phone, writing some letters, and asking you supporters to give $1,000 a year to support Buncombe County Schools. And you did it. We raised almost $31,000 in the first year. We're in year 2. We're almost to $30,000, so there's still time, by the way. Our collection plate in the back. No, if you know of anyone who wants to give to this great foundation for youth and for students, please, and for teachers, please see me or Christy afterwards.
I have another one.
There we go.
Really
We're over.
Today, we're over.
Over the top.
Yay!
And lastly, to the members of the Learning Society, thank you. Thank you for caring. Thank you for really investing in our youth and our community. What you do is very important. And these teachers will tell you, thank you very much. So, appreciate it.
We have gifts for our Learning Society members, and before, y'all must know we love bankers, right? I mean, like, we love bankers because they're all up here all the time, but that's all right, because we love them all. But I just want to say a special thank you to Shirley Young, too. What an amazing career journey and the impact you've had in so many lives. It does me greatness to see some of my former students here today. That's exciting as a former teacher. So the reason I got a check for $1,000 is because they saw the pottery back on the table, which was made by Mrs. Dorothy Hambright from Inca High School and her students. So I would like to ask Dorothy if she would like to come up and talk about this process, and then we will recognize our Learning Society. But Dorothy, come on, and if you don't let us speak, Mr. Burleson will always take the opportunity.
I didn't really want to speak. I am honored, and I wish I could have my students here with me this evening, but high schoolers are busy. Honored that you asked myself and my students to create these pieces of pottery. This is the second year that I have done a ceramics class, and it's very popular among the students, keeps them very busy, and we were very busy creating these platters. If you want me to explain the process?
Do you want to show her?
Oh, sure. Here we go, I'll bring it to you. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yes. So these were done in a slab technique. So the students rolled out clay in slabs, and we had 3 different molds that they placed the clay within, and then you have to wait. Pottery is all about, it takes some time. And you had to wait for these to dry, and we popped them out and added some feet on the bottom. The students chose some new glazes, and they glazed the pots. Some of them didn't turn out as well as I expected, but that goes, that's the way it is with art sometimes. But yeah, so.
Thank you.
Yes, you're so welcome. Hold on, since I am up here, I do have to put in a plug for all the art teachers in the county. I work with a great bunch of art teachers. They're fantastic. And currently, right now, at the Asheville Mall, I only make it over to the mall a couple times a year, but this is one of those important times. All of the artwork for all the high school students in the county is on display, and it is really, really wonderful, beautiful stuff. So if you make it out there, or just, make a plan to get out there and see all the beautiful artwork, it'll be up until the 21st of May. So, yeah.
What an awesome gift, and you can put that in your wherever that you want to put it, but I know people that if you don't get one, you still have the opportunity that you can get one. It will just be $1,000. But that's okay. So last year we did start with our inaugural class. And then this year they became, some of them joined for the class of 22, 23, and then, but we do have other that's coming. Sorry, I'm a little bone puzzle there. So I'll call your name. Bob has certificates, and Victoria is there to be a great Vanna. So here we go. Brad Allen from Brad Allen Construction. We can just hold applause to the end, but if you will come up if you're here. Mr. and Mrs. Dan Anderson. I know they're here. Yes, come on. Mr. and Mrs. George Beverly Jr. This is one of my former students. Yes.
We won't say how many years ago.
I love you too. Mrs. Sheila Ellenberg and Mr. Bob Maxwell.
Wait.
Sheila will be joining our board next year. We're very excited about that. Mr. and Mrs. Charles Frederick, Mrs. Deborah Frisbee, Mr. and Mrs. Jen, oh, sorry, Steve Hodge, sorry about that. We'll say Steve and Jen Hodge, how's that? Have a little miscommunication there.
No, Mr. Jim Hodge is right.
Mrs. Patsy Jeever, Mr. Rick Mansky, my mom and my family, Mary Frances McAfee, and our entire family, we certainly believe in the power of education. And I'm going to ask my new 3-week-old daughter-in-law, Jordan Cheek, will you come up and get this for our family?
Yay.
I'm very proud, people, very proud. Mr. and Mrs. my other family, Roger and Anita Metcalf, who I've known them for how old are you, Jennifer? A long time. Yes. Always wonderful. Mr. Jim Oliver, Mr. and Mrs. Nathan Ramsey, Mr. Bob Roberts, Mr. and Mrs. Steve Sizemore. He's here. Mr. and Mrs. Steve South from South College, and we have a new South College president, and she's going to come and accept this award for Mr. South. Mr. Mike Summy, Mr. John Teeter, Mrs. Karen Tessier from Market Connections. Yay! Mr. Jason Walls. You know, I saw him someplace. Yeah. There he is. Mr. Glenn Wilcox Sr. Mrs. Nancy Wright. Now, I have some vacancies right here. Kim Clements was a gracious member of our Learning Society as well. I apologize for missing your name. It's bad. So, but you know, don't forget you. Come on up. I think you're good. Come on. You think I'm good? I think you're good. Kim also serves on the Buncombe County Board of Education as well. And I have some blank spaces. If anyone else would like to join, it's very easy. Did I miss anyone? No? No? Okay. This is an incredible, yes, I did.
No, so they get the pottery.
Pottery, yes, at the back. We didn't want to pick it for you. We wanted you to select it yourself. It's very, very beautiful. So you did get to take it home in an incredible Buncombe County Schools Foundation blue bag. It will be a memory lasting a lifetime. Don't forget it. Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Making lists, you kind of like flip-flop some lists or overdo some lists or not do some lists. So I want to quickly recognize Ms. Nicole Washburn from Nesbitt Discovery Academy as one of our Teachers of the Year, and Susan Reyna from Jen Arden Elementary.
Teacher of the Year.
Yeah, well, you know, everybody can be what they want to be, right? We're all celebrating. There you are. So did we miss anybody? We really tried hard to get everybody down.
Yes.
Yes, who was that? Who was that? Stand and tell me.
We got Virtual Academy Joy back here.
Virtual Academy. Mr. Parker? Yes, Mr. Parker. I've known him too for a long, long time. I didn't teach him, but there we go. All right, so before our guests come up, I definitely want to thank our Buncombe County Schools Transportation and Communications Department, as they've been wandering around, and our Board of Education members as well. So I think, Victoria, it's up to you now.
Okay, let's see where we are.
I think we're right.
Are we at this point?
We're right here.
There, thank you, okay. All right. So, I'm going to do this because I just talk with my hands, and if I hold something, I won't fling at things at you all. So Buncombe County Schools Foundation, one of the best things about it is this foundation is here for every single one of our students, just as you are, as teachers, educators, and the team members who support our schools so much. We want to ensure that all students have what they need to grow and learn. And we are going to spotlight 2 amazing programs and how they play crucial roles in our students' success. We have 2 guest speakers here tonight, and they're going to be highlighting 2 very critical needs within our system. And the foundation works with these 2 programs, as Christy has mentioned a couple times. These are 2 programs we get to work very closely with, raising funds to assist our most vulnerable students. First, we're going to hear from Lisa Payne, who is our school nutrition department representative. You are the one who runs all that amazing food that fills our kids' tummies and takes care of them even when school's not in session. You're amazing. Come on up.
Good afternoon. I do not really talk with my hands, so I'm going to set that down because that might make me nervous and I might throw it out at you. I hope you can hear me in the back. I'm sorry. Spring is here, and along with that comes my raspy voice. So today I want to talk about growing Buncombe County Schools nutrition using the GROW model. G is for goal. Our goal is to stop and prevent food insecurity in Buncombe County Schools. We want every child to have breakfast, lunch, snack, and in some schools, supper. Our goal is to stop unpaid meal debt. Our goal is to partner with our community. Our goal is to make sure that every child is fed and educated. R. R is for reality. As of today, the percentage of children that qualify for free and reduced meals in Buncombe County is 55%. That leaves 45% vulnerable. Because our meals now cost $3.25 to $4.25. That's a lot for a working class family. So we are concerned that we have folks that we think are eating that may not be joining us for meals. I am grateful that at this time we're able to look at options. As of today, our unpaid meal debt is $133,000. Thanks to the foundation and generous donors, we've received $19,000 toward that debt, but that still does not take care of the need. O, and I'm sorry, O is for options. Options to meet the goal of stopping food insecurity in Buncombe County. 1, seeking sponsors to take care of meal debt. 2, applying for community eligibility provision status in Buncombe County Schools, which would ensure that every child in Buncombe County received breakfast and lunch at no cost. I am grateful to Dr. Jackson and his leadership team that I will be making that presentation to the Board of Education in June. That is a beautiful thing. However, we have one school that will not qualify for that status. When I say they won't qualify, they don't meet the eligibility guidelines. They fall in that 45% that may or may not have the money to pay for school. But I trust that as a community, we can make that happen through donations and fundraisers to ensure that that school also receives meals at no cost. W. W is way forward. And for those of you that know me, where there is a will, there is a way. Okay? It is our desire as a Buncombe County School leadership team and family, and I know that it is your desire, that every child is well fed, well read, and taken care of. Our community